And Angel Reese being the face of the WNBA, you would think Angel Reese is leading the league in votes. Not only is the self-proclaimed Barbie not in the lead, Angel Reese isn't even close to making the top 10.
And the front court players, Boston, Nafisi Collier, Nika, Satou Sabally, Brianna Stewart, and Asia Wilson. All right. And down here, Boston, Jonquel Jones, Alyssa Thomas. No Angel Reese, folks.
So, lads, Caitlin Clark led the WNBA in All-Star voting. Obviously led the WNBA in All-Star voting. Like, I don't think anyone is shocked by that. If somebody is surprised by Caitlin Clark leading the WNBA in All-Star voting.
Angel Reese just ran into basketball's oldest truth. Applause is optional. Respect is earned. Less than a year after Glossy magazines crowned her the new face of the W, the league's all-star ballots drew a hard border between hype and hard facts.
Listen, man, them Instagram followers and all that, it don't translate to the court. Y'all not voting, bruh. It's as simple as that. These starters are about, you got like fan votes come into play here. Y'all wasn't voting for her like that, bro. Stop it.
Bit of an up and down season for her, relatively speaking, because she's been in and out of the lineup. Collier did miss a few games with a back issue as well. And of course, Clark had the shooting slump before she went out with the latest injury. Don't know how much that was related or is related, but Clark's impact on the floor is apparent when you see her there and when you see her off, and her numbers are still awesome. Not to mention, she's by far the most popular player in the league, and this is decided.
How did a player with 500,000 fan votes end up watching Satou Sabally walk onto the starter stage instead? And what the fans, the media, and even her own peers said with their ballots will shock you more than any highlight reel. Keep watching, because the numbers are brutal, but the backlash is louder. The ballots only exposed a deeper crack. The final all-star tally looked harmless at first glance. Reese hauled in 506, 741 fan votes.
And we saw from the popularity voting, remember, it wasn't just Caitlin Clark, it was me too. Angel was 13th.
So Angel Reese came out and had a 12 rebound, 4.2 assist game in the absence of Caitlin Clark tonight. Angel, they're not coming for you. They're coming to watch the prodigal son or daughter, Caitlin Clark.
Good for 5th among frontcourt hopefuls. Yet, when the weighted score arrived, she plummeted to 12th in both media and player rankings, landing a composite 7.75 that nudged Phoenix's Satou Sabally into the last starting slot. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark shattered the league record with 1.293 million fan votes and still found herself outside the top 5 on the player ballot.
11.3 points and 11.9 boards and a 38.5% shooter.
Because
at
to be
6'3",
she should be more dominant than what she is. Clearly, she don't be in the gym enough, because she should be stronger than what she is. They be handling Angel Reese, and she want to be crying and talking about they ain't passing her the ball. I wonder why they not passing you the ball, because you're not good enough.
Angel Reese, the self-appointed most important player in the WNBA, is not a bad player. She may be the worst player, at least whose name we actually know, right?
A reminder that fans own only half the power. Those figures hurt for a simple reason. Reese had tried everything to goose them. In the final week, she blitzed Instagram and X with hourly reminders of "Vote Chi Barbie." Yet the needle barely budged. Comment sections overflowed with support, but when it counted most, clicks didn't become ballots.
Rebounds, crebounds, me-bounds, brick-ups, pray-ups, whatever the case may be. And it's crazy, because to be 6'3", She should be more dominant than what she is. Clearly, she don't be in the gym enough, because she should be stronger than what she is. They be handling Angel Reese, and she want to be crying and talking about they ain't passing her the ball. I wonder why they not passing you the ball, because you're not good enough.
So it's been very up and down. All of her numbers, she's over 2 points a game behind last year, and basically a little over a rebound a game down, and that's supposed to be her strong suit.
As analysts dug into the split, one takeaway screamed above the rest. Social reach alone couldn't rescue a stat line. But ballots only measure the surface. Stat sheets cut deeper. Through July 1st, Reese is posting 12.4 points, 12.6 rebounds, and 3.8 assists per night on roughly 40% shooting.
Not only was she not second, she was basically 3 times the amount of votes behind Caitlin Clark.
Because everybody's trying to make this about a, come on, black man, protect the sisters. Protect the sisters, brother. This ain't racial. This is about sports. This is about athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Caitlin Clark's game, who's very reminiscent of a Steph Curry, based on her range and the three, plus everything else she does. And then you look at Angel Reese. Stop it.
Same Angel Reese, who has been begging, and I mean begging, people on social media to vote for her? Angel Reese, number 13 on the list.
Those boards look gaudy until you pair them with history. No player since 2000 has reached an all-star start while shooting under 41% on more than 10 attempts a game. CBS Sports called it a historically inefficient sophomore slide. Compare that with Clark's box score blitz, 18.2 points, 8.9 dimes, nightly triple-double threats, and the gap widens from numbers to narrative. The league's ballot formula weighs player and media votes at 25% each, specifically to reward production the raw vote can miss. And this year, that safeguard bit Reese hard. What makes the dip harsher is context. Her rookie campaign closed at 13.6 points on 45%, so fans expected year 2 dominance. Instead, shot charts bled red outside 5 feet, and defenders began sagging off her elbows, daring the jump hook.
Potential reserve, who would it be? Gabby Williams and Brittany Sykes. So Angel Reese couldn't even squeeze into a reserve spot. And now Megan Hall of USA Today, she left Angel Reese off her all-star ballot.
I ain't gonna lie, this bitch so trash. Y'all gotta understand, she gets so many rebounds because she missed the layup 50 times before even getting fouled for real. You got sports bettors making thousands and thousands of dollars on her missing her first shot. Like, how you that tall and close to the rim and you can't even make one layup game? They pay your ass way too much money for this shit. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark got this bitch playing like Steph Curry. She missed so much they gave her own slogan. They call her ass me-bound.
We need to get better. Obviously, we've had up and down games, but we're all-stars. And we're going to continue to prove it. Obviously, this is the last week for all-star voting. Camilla, she should be all-stars her first year. She could have got it last year with injury, but she should be an all-star this year. I think we've had up and down games, obviously, but being consistent and coming out every night. I mean, obviously, you don't put up 27 on nothing, like, against anybody. She's been consistent. Obviously, she's going away, but that doesn't take away what she's done. So, her, me, Ariel, I know we belong to all-star.
Efficiency didn't just plateau. It free-fell at the exact moment national promos labeled her a force. Still, stats were only half the expectation. Branding turned the volume up to 11. From the moment Forbes splashed her name alongside Aja Wilson and Brianna Stewart in an April feature on Faces of the W, the legend of Chi Barbie mushroomed. The story highlighted 7-figure endorsements, a Reese's peanut butter tie-in, and a rumored Barbie collaboration that lit up TikTok. Even ESPN's own features team praised her as a people magnet, chronicling how 4.8 million Instagram followers dwarf every other WNBA star. That marketing avalanche bought visibility and stacked pressure. Every tunnel walk fit became content. Every nail set, every lash extension birthed carousel posts. But hype is cruel when box scores cool. By mid-June, the same timelines that worshipped #BayouBarbie were asking whether 31% shooting outside the restricted area should worry Chicago's front office, and the brighter the ring light, the sharper the shadow. Detractors pointed to a league where post-play still demands 50+% accuracy to tilt games. Headlines changed from Angel Reese saves the WNBA to Is the hype train off the rails? Often in the same outlet, just weeks apart. But clicks kept coming, thanks to a rivalry ready-made for algorithms. May 17th felt like a season inside one game. Indiana's Caitlin Clark drove baseline, caught Reese's shoulder, and officials upgraded the collision to a flagrant one. Seconds later, Reese barked, drew a technical, and the clip detonated on YouTube within minutes. The next morning, Lonzo Ball slid into X, promising to pay the just-announced $200 league fine, a gesture Reese confirmed days later. Instead of fading, the moment metastasized. Debate shows recycled it for a week. Producers loved the visuals, and social feeds lapped up the antagonism. But inside ballot rooms, coaches whispered a different story. Reese's emotions were costing her defensive rotations and minutes. The incident became shorthand for talented but volatile, a label that sticks longer than you might think. And when the dust settled, the microphones that once adored her started to pivot. Leading up to draft night, Reese couldn't miss. Think pieces hailed her confidence as generational. Vogue floated an eventual cover, and Forbes predicted she'd double her NIL-era income by 2026. Yet the same outlet's all-star panel ballots, published in late June, left her name conspicuously blank. Fans cried foul, but the silence from writers told its own tale. Perception had already shifted. CBS headlined Sophomore Slump. Bleacher Report analyzed her drop-off in effective field goal percentage. Local beat reporters quoted anonymous coaches calling her a step slow on help side. Week by week, the glowing copy cooled to cautious paragraphs, then curt box score blurbs. Media faith evaporated because production didn't escalate. In a league leaning on efficiency to survive the pace and space era, 40% paint players fall flat against all-star expectations. Hype, once an asset, became an albatross. Still, no storyline is complete without the elephant in every comment thread. A Guardian column captured the subtext plain. The Clark-Reese rivalry is a mirror reflecting America's bias. 1 month earlier, a Rice UIC study quantified that coverage of Reese skews 22% more negative than Clark's for identical stat lines, largely due to race-coded language. That discourse blew up after the flagrant game. Clark's restraint earned applause. Reese's retort earned think pieces on attitude. Some fans defend her as unapologetically authentic. Others call it bad sportsmanship. The league, eager to curb toxicity, launched a No Space for Hate campaign, yet message boards kept boiling. Even the players' union waded in with cryptic social promos that seemed to back Reese over Clark, igniting talk of internal divisions. All that noise fed an engagement loop, but it never turned into votes. Instead, it magnified the questions hanging over Reese's game. Is she star or storyline? And the fan base spoke again, this time with wallets and eyeballs. League Pass viewership spiked 28% year over year, but data shows a disproportionate bump whenever Clark plays, regardless of opponent. Chicago's home attendance is up too, yet independent polls reveal that 41% of ticket buyers list seeing the visiting superstar as a primary reason. Reese still moves merch. Her Barbie pink jersey sat top 5 for a stretch, but Clark's outsells it nearly 3-1 nationally. That differential matters because league partners vote indirectly with dollars. When the WNBA rolled out its mid-season phone case promotion featuring stars, the players' union initially omitted Clark, stoking yet another storm, and shining a harsher light on Reese's inclusion. To advertisers, volatility equals risk, which leaves Angel Reese at a crossroads only she can choose. All-star ballots may sting, but they are not career verdicts. Reese owns elite rebounding instincts. Her 12.6 per night ranks first among players under 6'4". She's already improved free throw accuracy by 10 full points year over year. Skills can sharpen, narratives can flip. Yet turning perception requires ruthless efficiency. Win the possession, finish through contact, let production drown the chatter. If she does, the same spotlight that scorched her could light up a redemption arc the league would love. If she doesn't, the W's machine will simply move on to the next headline. Paige Buecker's rookie surge, maybe, or Nafisa Collier's MVP tear. That's the economy of eyeballs. History costs buckets. So the choice is hers. Elevate, dominate, and force the conversation back onto the court, or fade into memory as the star who trended more than she transcended. For now, the ballots speak loudest. They're saying, show us, don't tell us. What do you think? Was the snub fair, or did voters get swept up in the backlash? Drop your take below, smash the subscribe bell so you never miss the next deep dive, and because the next chapter is already cooking, stick around. The story of Chi Barbie isn't over. It's just gone into overtime.